Truckers X TV on air. We are now live in 3, 2, 1. December 30th, 2:12 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 5. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Phoenix Wright, It's Attorney Justice for All. In the previous episode, we began day 2 of Turnabout Big Top in our trial. Now this should be the last one. This should be under 40 minutes. If you're happy for today's episode, make sure that like button is spoilers. Really appreciate the channel. I can't believe it. Acro. It's pretty shocking, isn't it? It definitely is, and to think he was always the most straightforward of the group. Jeebus, unbelievable.
Acro tried to pin the murder on you on purpose.
He did? Psst, psst, cough, cough. Why, he's a little twerp, isn't he?
Well, that's one way to put it.
Hey, pal, who's coffee? You're gonna ignore me after I went to all this trouble to bring you some evidence?
Ah, Detective Gumshoe.
Forget it. All going on, this guy deserves to be guilty anyways. Now, Detective, I'm sorry. Now, why don't you relax a little?
We got something real tasty milk. How about a card trick, Detective?
Well, if you insist.
Now, about that evidence you mentioned.
Here you go.
Huh? This was yesterday's in Acro's room?
The result of our investigation. You can look at it later.
Won't Von Carlo be mad that you're doing this?
That's why this is all a secret.
Huh?
Look, details are on a need-to-know basis, and we're not really allies or anything. Everything that's happened in court up to now has gone according to our plan.
Von Carlo looked like she was a pretty big hurry, though.
You'll figure it out eventually, pal. Yesterday, our final plans were put into place.
Final plans?
That reminds me, I got a message from the prosecutor for you. Judgment comes at the very last instant. That's it, and that's it for me too, pal. I'm going home.
What do you mean by that? The very last instant part?
Everything he said seemed pretty cryptic to me. Oh, one more thing.
Don't scare me like that.
It looks like there's a large care package from the circus for the defendant. For me? It's milk. The reception area looks like some kind of dairy. So hurry up and drink it before it spoils. An entire dairy's worth of milk for me? Why? I don't get it. This court is now in session. Shall we continue our proceedings? Miss Von Karma, please continue from where you left off.
I'd like to continue with Acro's testimony starting with his relationship to the victim. I also like to get proof from the defense. Proof of what kind of motive Acro would have to commit to this crime.
Understood. Now, Mr. Dingley. Yes, Your Honor. Please proceed with your testimony.
Finally, get to the motive. Wait, Nick, are you okay?
Just do me a favor and don't ask questions you don't want to answer to. Was it the milk? When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. That's when the ringmaster of the very big circus, Russell Berry, took us in. I became an acrobat at around 9 years old. I wanted to find a way to repay the ringmaster. That was my sole purpose in life. Looks everything alright to me. You're such a thoughtful young man.
As you'll hear, the witness deeply respected the victim. I wonder how anyone could think that Acro could kill the man he held in such esteem.
You're absolutely right. How could anyone think that, Mr. Wright? Which is why there is no real need for cross-examination, is there? Actually, that's the question I'm trying to answer myself. Why would Acro kill the ringmaster? This might be my last chance to answer that question. Of course, I'll cross-examine. The defense has a right to cross-examine the witness.
You're so tactless, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You don't care about justice, do you? You just want to fabricate a motive.
Very well, Mr. Wright. Cross-examine the witness. The ringmaster. Yo, what do we get as proof? Yo, what did we get? Scarf. Bat scarf stained with his blood. Oh, I was about to say bat scarf. But it's the brother. The brother's scarf stained with blood and a small quantity of pepper. Alright. When we were little, we were abandoned by our parents. We? Yes, my brother Sean and I.
What? You have a brother?
How old were you when this happened, Acro? I was 8 years old and my brother was 4.
Your parents were very cruel, weren't they?
Nowadays, we aren't bitter about what happened to us, because it allowed us to meet the wonderful people at the very big circus. Okay, that makes sense.
Nick, Judge is getting misty-eyed.
He's got a soft spot for sob stories like this.
Oh!
There's no crying in court. Let's keep going.
The witness may proceed with his testimony.
How would you describe your relationship with the ringmaster? He was like an uncle, a father, and a big brother, all rolled up in one. The ringmaster and my brother were the only family I had.
What about the other people at the circus?
This was over 15 years ago. Back then, there were a few customers coming in, so no one really had the time to look after us. They were worried about other things. But the ringmaster, he would always come see us with a laugh and smile.
What a beautiful story.
That's why I always thinking of what I could do to help. I wanted to thank him.
Nick, isn't Acro such a wonderful person?
I know, he seems like a nice guy, which is what makes it so difficult.
So then how long have you been a performer?
He beat Robin. You started off as an acrobat at the early age of an early age? I begged the ringmaster until he finally agreed to let me do it. Ever since then, I've been in incredible physical shape. That's also when I decided to form a group with my brother. We call ourselves the Flying Dingling. I just pressed them A, but I didn't read it. I even heard of them in Germany.
Liar.
The point is that I wanted to be so used to the circus.
You're a truly remarkable young man.
The judge keeps looking at the Acro like a proud father.
Huh.
There was 4 of them. Did you ever have any trouble with the ringmaster? Ow!
How could you ask such a thing, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Do you have such sort of fundamental understanding of this witness testimony? Or the heartfelt emotions contained within? You better think about this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You better think hard.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
No matter how you look at it, there's no way I could see the witness ever taking the victim's life.
Exactly. I've been waiting for you to say that, Your Honor. Nick, I hate to say it, but I agree with them.
I was trying to chase down the truth, but I ended up just looking up like a jerk.
I think that will be enough for now. Pondering whether or not this witness would kill the ringmaster leads me to believe that is pretty much unlikely.
Exactly right, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, I'd like to ask you a question.
Go ahead, Your Honor.
What was Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster? How about it? Could you explain that to me?
Of course I can. Now that I've come this far, there's no way I could answer no. I can't.
Oh, this is gonna be a good.
Very well, then please enlighten the court. Let's see some evidence that proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster.
His motives? Yeah, I want to make a big old guess right now. Yo, I want to do some safe states, cause just in case I go crazy with this. Just in case I go crazy. Cause my big ol'... Oh, what the heck? Wrong one. This is the wrong one. I just pressed the wrong one. Yeah, this is the wrong one. I just pressed the wrong thing. I just pressed present without going to the other one. Nope, not yet. Okay, if that's not it, if I actually press that one. Let's see. Proves Acro's motive for killing the ringmaster.
His motive?
What was the motive? What was the motive? Nope, same thing. Go back. Before I look at the freaking guide. Nope, same thing. Unless there isn't, then we're gonna get penalized. I tried everything I could think of, but no. I know it's just a walkthrough, but this is the dumb walkthrough right here. What would be the motive? I would say there is none. Okay. Let's double check it, let's double check it. Let's check it, check it, check it, check it. This can actually load, I love it. Okay. I can't prove one. Oh, great. So we did the wrong thing. So let's get penalized for this. Let's get penalized. Let's get penalized. Let's get penalized. Give up presenting things.
Nick?
Yeah, I didn't even have to think about it. It was obvious from the start. Your Honor, the reason that Acro killed the Ringmaster is something that can't be proven.
What?
That's because Acro had no reason to kill the Ringmaster at all.
Ow!
Your foolish attempts to fool us like foolish fools is so foolhardily foolish. Did you forget you made it with an accusation against this witness, did you not? I believe this is the real killer of Russell Berry, Ringmaster.
If you want to jump to end of things, then yes, that sounds about right.
The end of things?
Acro, you didn't plan to kill the Ringmaster at all, did you? The Ringmaster wasn't your target that night.
What did you just say?
I'm saying that the target of the witness murder plot was not the Ringmaster. He did not plan to kill Russell Berry.
What?
Order! Bailiff, I don't care who it is. Smack anyone who's loud in the face, twice if you must. Mr. Wright, what in the world are you trying to do in my court? Oh!
Mr. Phoenix Wright, what in the world are you trying to do to this court? Are you attempting to imply that Acro was trying to kill someone else?
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Regina Berry.
This young girl is the Ringmaster's daughter.
Yeah, I was hoping to press on that. That's why I was getting strikes, but no, it did not work. Acro, you were really aiming for her that night, weren't you?
Objection!
You don't need to answer that. It's a mean-spirited leading question.
Objection!
He could easily answer this question. If I'm wrong, all he has to say is, you're wrong, that's it.
That's it, huh, Mr. Phoenix Wright?
Enough! Mr. Wright, allow me to— Oh!
The only thing allowed to interrupt me is death itself. And that goes for you too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Show me evidence now. I want to know why Acro would want to kill Regina Berry.
Yes, me too. I demand to see some proof. Present evidence that proves Acro was out to kill this young girl.
This is Acro, do you have any recollection of seeing this? It's a piece of paper that we found inside the Ringmaster's tailcoat.
Inside the victim's tailcoat?
Acro wrote this note. It's ironically entitled "To the Murderer." His purpose was to call someone to the plaza at 10 p.m.
So you're saying that he called Russell Berry with that note?
There's just one little problem.
Problem?
Acro did indeed place this note into someone's pocket. However, that someone was not the Ringmaster.
You mean it wasn't for the...
That's exactly what I mean. The person this note was intended was none other than Regina Berry.
Order! Mr. Wright, this little theory of yours.
It's the truth, Your Honor. It isn't a theory. Simply put, Regina didn't think the note was meant for her, which is why the morning of the crime she placed it on the cafeteria bulletin board.
That's when her father, the Ringmaster, read the note.
That's correct. The ringmaster ended up in the plaza instead of Regina. And he was killed because of that mistake, instead of Regina.
That's incredible.
Remember the testimony that Acro gave us earlier today? He wouldn't have seen it. He wouldn't see her. Acro had no idea who it was that arrived in the plaza, because he couldn't look down out of the window to see who it actually was.
I've got it. Acro thought that it was Regina down in the plaza.
And that's when he let the bus fly.
Hey, Nick. Isn't Regina listening to all this room from the audience?
She is. Unfortunately, it's only going to get harsher from here.
I hope Regina can handle it.
Acro wrote this note to Regina.
Foolishly foolish fool with foolishly foolish fool and ideas of foolish tomfoolery. You're so foolish you made me sound like a foolhardy fool. Very well, Mr. Phoenix Wright. If you're so sure, then tell us about this line. I have conclusive evidence of what took place.
Uh-huh. That's a line in the note, alright.
Well then, if the note was sent to Regina Berry, it must mean that this note is declaring that Regina is a murderer.
You just don't get it, do you?
What? What did you just say?
The ringmaster knew what the note meant, which is why he went to the plaza, in place of his lovely daughter.
Hold it right there, Mr. Wright. What is it that incident that is alluded to this note?
The incident 6 months ago. I know all about it. An incident occurred 6 months ago, and now I am more than ready to show this court what happened at that time.
Moron!
Wait, are you sure that it relates to the present case?
It does indeed, Your Honor. Everything in this case started at what happened 6 months ago.
Really, Nick?
I think so.
Well then, if that's the case, hurry up and tell us about it. What is this conclusive evidence mentioned in the note? I know I'd certainly like to know what it is.
I can't answer that question. The judge is going to think I'm bluffing. The conclusive evidence about is actually the conclusive about the incident 6 months ago.
Drew! Drew!
What kind of spicy joke is this, Mr. Wright?
It isn't a joke at all. It's decisive evidence you asked for.
What do you mean?
The victim would arrive and try to take away the wooden box. That's when they discovered the decisive evidence found inside.
Another unbelievable conclusion. Very well, Mr. Wright, so what exactly are you saying? Are you claiming Regina Berry killed someone with a small bottle of pepper?
Taking the note into account, that's the only logical conclusion you can draw.
Foolishly fool who never tries, who tires of his own foolishly ways. If you're so sure, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then answer this. Who was Regina Berry's intended victim?
Yo, we're gonna get penalized so hard.
Who is this?
That's Acro's younger brother.
What does this prove? His younger brother isn't dead.
Technically, that's true. However, Bat has been in a coma for 6 months now. It's not a stretch to see how Acro could feel that his brother is dead.
Regina, she did that to him?
Do you spend your entire life dreaming up new ways to be a fool? Naturally, the prosecution has looked into Acro's brother, Sean Dingling. 6 months ago, he was bit by a lion and fell into his current comatose state.
A lion?
Miss Regina Berry is an animal tamer by trade. However, no tame animal in that position is ever trained to attack another human. They wouldn't understand the command. Moreover, Regina could never do something like that. It's just not in her.
So then what happened to Acro's brother?
He's not the victim of attempted murder. He's the victim of an accident.
I see.
Now what do we do? No one seems to be going along with your theory. Do you think what happened to Bat was actually an accident?
I think. Okay, it was more than that. I was about to say it was just an accident by a cheap prank. The lion biting Bat was no accident at all.
What?
You're such an amateur, Mr. Phoenix Wright. There is no way that Regina would ever incite her lion to attack another human being.
She may not have incited the lion to attack another human being, but Regina is responsible for making the lion bite Aqua's brother Bat.
That's just a scarf.
Acro. This scarf is something that Bat used to wear, correct?
That's right.
And who is the one that gave the scarf to Bat?
Regina gave it to him. Huh?
There is something more than just blood on the scarf, Your Honor.
And what that might be?
Pepper.
Pepper.
Pepper. Regina gave the scarf to Bat right before the accident, and she covered it with as much pepper as she could.
Hey, what's with the silent treatment?
Excuse me, Mr. Wright? You've done a good job of fingering a criminal, but out of curiosity, what was her crime? Regina gave a pepper-covered scarf to Bat as a present. Where's the crime in that?
It still seems the judge just don't get it.
Mr. Phoenix Wright, wasn't it said the lion seemed to be smiling?
Smiling? The lion was smiling.
Right before Bat was bit by the lion. For a moment, the lion's mouth changed and it looked like he was smiling.
Lion smile?
I've never heard of them smiling. However,
Lion sneeze. Leon didn't plan on biting Bat at all. In reality, all he actually did was sneeze. That is still graphic. He sneezed because all the pepper spread on the scarf.
What?
you fool!
You've got to be kidding me.
Objection!
What's the matter, Miss Von Karma?
I object, for objection's sake. Mr. Phoenix Wright, this theory, you believed it. You really plan to say this joke of an accident actually happened?
Of course I do. It's the truth. The lion sneezed due to pepper, and that's when Bat lost consciousness. Acro nearly lost his brother to this accident, or this joke, as you put it. Which is why he tried to get his revenge against Regina.
You foolish idiot!
So it's a joke of an accident to you, huh? Once again, I'm impressed by your imagination, Mr. Wright. To think that there's someone who treats this accident with the respect it deserves. Are you telling me that what I said was true?
Acro! Don't mean, you can't mean, witness!
Are you confirming the defense claim?
Mr. Wright, unfortunately, your imagination is not enough to find me guilty of murder. What do you mean by that? The pepper, the scarf, the lion. I see where you're going, but it's a bit hard to swallow. Not to mention the fact that there's even a bigger problem with your theory.
What would that problem be?
The same problem it's always been. Evidence. If I drop Max's bust on the top of the ringmaster, where is the evidence that proves that claim?
You mean the conclusive evidence?
The biggest problem is the murder weapon, or the lack thereof, to be more precise.
Murder weapon.
The bust that the defense claimed was used. If that were to be found in Acro's room, and if it was covered with the victim's blood, that would be awfully conclusive in my eyes.
Yes, it would be.
The bust.
Nick, you gotta do something.
This is the last step. If I get this one right, the case is won. Does it matter which one I press? It might be worthwhile to search Aqua's room, but
Why aren't you going to search his room? It looks like you finally figured things out, didn't you? Now you know the true meaning of uncommon total justice.
I guess. I figured with you, that's the least I should expect. You leave no stone unturned.
Ivan Kama never leaves chances anything to chance. We already searched Akro's room yesterday.
What did you find?
There's no reason to even say it. If we found what you think we found in that room, Akro would not be in here as a witness. But to put a point on it, Max Bus was not in that room. The murder weapon is still unaccounted for.
You see, Mr. Wright, the bus wasn't in my room.
Furthermore, Detective Dick Gumshoe executed the search by complete surprise, and we took Akros directly to the prosecutor's office after that. End of story.
Just wait a second, something's funny about all this. It looks like the coup d'éclat. The coup d'éclat is the case was ever so sweet. But what about the scarf? What about the note? What about them, Mr. Wright? No offense, but they are important evidence here. It's about the death of the ringmaster. I think you should remember that.
Do something, Nick. Don't let this case slip away. The bus, where is it now?
Where's the bus right now?
You're Phoenix Wright. You're the one. You know where the bus is. I'm sure you do.
There's not even a single clue. How am I supposed to know where the bus is? As soon as this case is coming to a close, the friend's counter-arguments look to have fallen short.
Thank you for your support.
Now, if you'll please excuse me, Mr. Wright. I think that brings to an end to cross-examination of this witness. Hold it! Who?
Where is Max Bus? The bench needs time to prepare to present its case. Sorry, I'm a bit nervous, and I'm just a bit my tongue.
Huh?
What?
We need time to do what?
Ow! Why are you the most surprised person here? She's your aide, isn't she?
Do you really have a case to present, Mr. Wright? Is he talking to me?
The rest is up to you, Nick. Good luck.
Hey, wait, you can't be serious.
Acrobats always have their lives on the lines, don't they? That's how Acros lived his life until now. Now it's time for us to walk across on our own tightrope. If we don't, we're starting to lose.
Very well then. The defense may proceed. He doesn't have a clue, and I don't think he'll be finding one anytime soon. Walking the tightrope with logic, there's no room for a false step.
Sink or swim, the only way through is forward. Oh damn. The murder weapon, where's Bucks now?
It's obvious. The bus is inside this very courtroom. It's obvious? Allow me to pinpoint the location of the bus once for all. Acro, I'm sorry to ask this, but do you mind if I take the blanket off your wheelchair? I'm sorry, I didn't quite hear you, Mr. Wright. Well, you are a big guy, and you have a pretty big wheelchair because of it. I just wanted to make sure you weren't hiding anything under that blanket, because it seems to me that it'd be real easy to say, hide a bus under there. Once again, your penchant for humor hits me where it hurts, Mr. Wright. I think it's pretty amazing that you could laugh in your position. However, your lightheartedness doesn't change the fact that the bus is under there. We all know that you couldn't leave the lodging house by yourself in your condition. That proved inconvenient when Miss Von Carr happened to search your room yesterday. If she had found the murder weapon in your room, it would have been all over, which is why you had to hide it in the only place that you could hide it, under your wheelchair. Which is why, Acro, I have to ask you again, could you please remove the blanket from the wheelchair? Well done, Mr. Wright. Masterfully played.
You fool! How could you?
You've got me. I've been bagged by a real pro. Actually, two of them.
Two of them?
Miss Ziska von Karma and Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What?
There's just one thing I'd like to know. How did you know to launch the surprise search on my room last night? There were two pieces of decisive evidence, the cloak and the bust. I burned the cloak in my room and threw the ashes away with the trash. Regina always took my trash out every morning, you know. But the bust, obviously I couldn't throw that away. When you executed your search, all I could do was try and hide the bust. And the only place that I could hide it quickly was under this wheelchair. Miss Von Karma, you had things all figured out, didn't you? I was completely sucked in by your calculated strategy. And now to be caught in the middle of court hiding the murder weapon. There's no way I can escape that. So you've got me. Well done, Mr. Wright. Well done, Miss Von Karma. It all makes sense now.
I can't believe that Von Karma thought that far ahead. It's amazing.
You definitely couldn't tell by looking at her.
I know I sure couldn't. I can't believe it. I failed. Why did I order a surprise search of your room? If only I hadn't done that.
It doesn't matter how though. It seems as we arrived at the truth. Acro. Yes, Your Honor. Did you kill the ringmaster of the Berry Big Circus, Mr. Russell Berry? Yes, Your Honor. I'm responsible for that crime.
Acro!
All my brother did was want Regina to like him. That's why he teased her. One day, my brother sprinkled some pepper on Regina. She started sneezing so hard you couldn't help yourself from laughing. That's why Regina thought it'd be fun to get him back in the same way. And that's why she covered the scarf in pepper. I know she didn't want anything bad to happen. I know this. She just wanted to make my brother sneeze a few times too. But I just couldn't forgive her no matter what. What am I truly guilty of? I'm guilty of never ever being able to understand her. Your brother became a star. Regina believed that so purely that she would laugh innocently when saying it. Too innocently. I just couldn't stand it, no matter how hard I tried. That's when you decide to do something about Regina.
What do you mean by that?
So are you saying that you are a victim in all of this as well? No, that's not what I mean. Oh, Jesus. I'm nothing but a murderer. That's who I am. At first, I thought I killed myself. Then I pondered giving myself up. But I couldn't just up and leave. I just couldn't. That's why I tried to pin this on Max. Max, I'm so sorry. I just couldn't up and leave yet. This has been such a strange case. It's almost a reflection of the circus itself.
I'm an idiot. I can't believe it. You beat me again.
I believe this case is now beyond any point of possible discussion. Thus, I'd like to declare my verdict. This court is adjourned. December 30th, 4:27 p.m. Fabulous! But to be honest, I can't really be happy about this.
Acro, the ringmaster, Regina, and Bat. Not a single one of them was a bad person inside, huh?
That's a good question. And one I don't know the answer to. Congratulations, Mr. Max. Thank you. What's with the vibe in this room?
We're just thinking about Acro.
No. If you worry about the people too much, then you'll be like this forever and never be happy.
Huh?
She's been like this for a while now.
It's all my fault.
Sweetie pie.
Bad and Acro, they're never coming back. Now everyone's gonna split up. Regina, Mr. Wright, tell me something.
What do you want to know, Regina?
Acro said something right at the end. Does that mean that Acro, is he gonna try and get his revenge on me?
I don't think so. He's not gonna do that to you, Regina.
Are you sure? You really sure I can believe that?
Yep. Acro doesn't have any desire for revenge anymore.
If that's true, then I want to see some evidence.
Huh? Come on! Acro said that all the time to you, so I thought I worked. Come on, what evidence do I have? Seriously, I'm bad at this. Is it the brother? Is it the brother? Acro's last word is sound rather sad, but only wanted Regina so spray. Okay. Acro finally gives up and reveals Acro's last word on the stand is rather sad, but I only wanted Regina to like him, blah blah. But is happy, so she believes the myth at her and happiness, who eventually snaps and did. Not guilty. What really happened? Blah. 6 max ago. Turn about ending. Okay. Thank you. I'm really bad at this, so you better make sense.
Take that!
Acro didn't want to get caught for a reason. He wanted to see his brother open his eyes again.
Bad? That's right, Regina. He's still alive, you know. He is, huh? But now that Acro's been caught. I know. What? I'll do it. I'll stay next to Bad as long as it takes. Until he opens his eyes. And then he can meet Acro again.
That's so sweet of you, Regina.
I'm sorry, Acro. Bad.
Well, hopefully this is enough to give her a little peace of mind. Hey, Max. What is it, Mo? We really put you through a lot, didn't we, buddy? I'm sorry about what happened. So whenever you like to leave us, I'll pay you the fee and rip up the contract. I understand. Such a fabulous thing to do for me. I might even leave tomorrow. What's going to happen to the circus now? Yeah, that's the big question. Our ringmaster was really an amazing person, wasn't he? Even though he's not here anymore, everyone's sticking together. The staff, the performers, no one wants to leave the circus. That's why I've made a decision. What is it? I decided that I will take over as the real ringmaster. I'll turn the circus into the best circus this world has ever seen. The best circus the world has ever seen? Don't laugh! Amazing.
Yay, I can't wait.
Then I guess that changes things. Huh? There's only one thing the best circus the world has ever seen needs. The world's best illusions. Which means the circus needs the best magician the world has ever seen. Max! Let's work together and make our circus super fabulous! What do you say, big guy? I don't know what to say. All I can say is thank you. Regina, you're gonna help them out too, aren't you?
I don't know. Maybe the circus would be better off without me.
What are you talking about, Regina? Why do you think that I brought you to court today?
Huh?
We got to work together to make the very big circus bigger than it's ever been.
Mo.
Mo's right, sweetie pie. It can't be the very big circus without Regina Berry.
Max. Nick.
It seems like everything is going to turn out alright here.
I can't wait to go see the best circus the world has ever seen.
We'll save you the most fabulous seats. It'll take us a while to get ready, but I'm going to order special whoopee cushion seats. Ha ha ha! What's this? I see. What made the case? Just like you thought. Yesterday's search really paid off, sir. You had it all figured out yesterday, didn't you? It was just a theory. If Acro really was the killer, I thought this was the only way it could end. Especially if he was the defense attorney. You mean Mr. Wright? Of course. Well, Detective, our plan is about to leave. Do me a favor and try not to be too harsh on Acro. Once I get back, I'll make a stop by the Chief Prosecutor's office. Yes, sir. I'll be waiting for you. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth. Episode 3, Turnabout Big Top, the end. With that, we'll end today's episode right here, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you next week on the next episode. Make sure to hit that like button and comment performance. If you're new, feel like a subscribe, and subscribe to XTV, and I'm signing out.